Hello, good evening, everybody. Let's pull this down a little bit and a little bit closer so you can hear me as well. I mean, that would make sense now, doesn't it? Just need a bit of toying around. How are you doing this fine evening? I'm doing fine, thank you for asking. And if you're not asking, it's well as well. Let's see, I'm still setting up a little bit. We have holiday, so my kids are going to bed a little bit later. It was fun. We went to the zoo today. And it was very cozy. It was a very tiny zoo outside of the small town of Eindhoven, and yeah, it was fun. Let me see. So that's set up. That's set up. See. So today, perhaps you have seen it in the Facebook group. I will be trying to recreate the Epidemic Sound homepage in a tool that I never used. And at first I was thinking to use Bricks Builder, but because I think it needs a little bit of knowledge at least, I want to go with something like Spectra. The reason being, I want to try out a different tool. It's because of, what's it called? I've only used GreenShift until now, and I want to know if I can get used to another tool, like for instance Spectra or something else, perhaps Cadence. I've used Cadence in the past, but I want to focus on Spectra this time. So surprise, it's Spectra, to just see how things would work out. I'm still setting up because of my kids going to late to bed today. So bear with me a little bit. I mean, it's my holiday, and I still want to do the live stream because I think the challenges are very fun to do. Let's see. So bear with me for a hot minute here. See, yeah, that's the right one. Check it out. So the thumbnail is a little bit off. Let me change that real quick. And then we can go on to with the show. Save. Or can I find my current kind of statistics and that sort of things to see if everything is running fine? Ah, I found it. There it is. So let's pop you out and see if the music works. I think so. So we're finally done and ready to go. Awesome. Let me switch my screen real quick. So this is a web design challenge that Jamie made, and this is the second time he's running it. And Jamie Marsland, check out this video channel. Is a very good teacher in how to use the Gutenberg version of WordPress. I think it needs a little bit of knowledge, and it's not the best thing to use for a whole lot of things, but for most things, it's just fine. You don't need to change up things. It's just getting used to on how to do it. Instead of having everything available, you can think about how you can use it as well in a very good and efficient way. So please do check out Jamie Marsland, because his YouTube channel, let's see, there it is. His YouTube channel is very good for the Gutenberg editor. In his YouTube video, he posted a comment that is pinned with a pre-installed version of InstaWP, and I've also linked it down below, so if you would like to follow along, you can grab the link there as well, just for convenience sake. Let's see. We'll go to the Epidemic Sound. So this is the website we will be recreating, or try to recreate at least. I don't know how far I can go with the Spectra version. It looks awesome. The assets should be there, so let's see how far we can get. Let's launch a demo. Let's hide this real quick. So I will set this up. People that joined me last week saw me setting it up with my private email address, and afterwards I thought maybe that's not the best thing to do, right? Do a magic login. There we go. So we have fired up our website. Let's install the Spectra plugin. Spectra. And Spectra is from Brainstorm Force. If you don't know what Brainstorm Force is, they are the creators of the Astra theme. So I will be installing that one as well, so that we know that everything is set up as Astra theme would like it to have. So let's do that next. We go to Appearance and then Themes. Yes, I know. Does Astra, does Brainstorm Force also have a full site editing theme? I really don't know. Is there like a Spectra theme? Let's find out, shall we? I guess there is. Spectra 1. So let's first search for that as well. So we have the complete Spectra install. And let me grab a sip of my tea. I mean, you need to drink as well, right? Activated theme. And there we go. So it's all set up. Here's the Spectra 1 homepage, but we will not be recreating that one. I will zoom in also a little bit. 150 is using the settings that I use, and also zoom in a little bit for this one. Close the other ones that we don't need. And let's get a timer. Timer. And we want a timer for, can I enter in 30 minutes? Let's hit start. So I'm completely new to Spectra. Let's move you on the side. I don't know what to expect, what is possible and what not. Let's also have some nice little music. Oh, it's a little bit too loud on my side. I'm sorry. This should be okay. This should be fine. Let's see. Maybe this needs to go a little bit down as well. I think there's a great level. Put my music down a little bit. There we go. So now we can start off. Let's start with the menu already in. So we go to the edit side. I don't want to edit a blog home. I want to edit a pattern, and that should be the header. And then we have the Spectra. We can edit it. Get started. Perhaps we can also change the colors already. So let's go to styling. I hope that this works as expected, because I know that GreenShift has another way of doing this, but it would be nicer that in the future this will be the default way of doing this. So I will have a palette, and the first color should be white, I guess. The second color is this one. So what I'm doing right now is just setting up the colors. I wonder in which section we get it faster. So here we have the color. Oh, it's black. So that's easy. Black. And the next one is this kind of pink. Now you can also use something else to get those colors. Let's see. Oh, I lost it completely. Where is it? Something like Color Picker or Colorzilla. I think that would be far easier to use than this right now. I also have the feeling that it is a little bit bugging out or something. Accent. So it's this color. We have our accent color. foreground, background, body, heading, secondary, primary, secondary, heading, body, tertiary. Let's set this to tertiary. And let's change this up real quick. Remove all row. So it is within a section of the website. So we use a group. And I want to change the color of the group. So we go here into styling, and the background will be white by default. Then we pull in the site logo. I don't know if this one is also set to Epidemic Sound. Doesn't seem like it. We can just grab it real quick. So there we have our logo in. And we add, and perhaps we should add a container in there at first, right? Just to see how this works. Group, then we have a container, and in the container I want to be boxed. The thingy needs to be a header. Then I want to add a navigation. So all these things that I'm doing right now, not everything is within what's it called, Spectra, but only the container is used. The one I use right now is in Spectra. Let's see, but most of the things should be the same. Let's put it sideways, and then we have a button 1 and 2. So I think this would be one container. I can't quick select it, so that's not very nice. And let's add afterwards another container, and let's put in a button in there. Buttons. It has a... Alright, so that's where the primary and secondary color come from. They have very hard shaped ones. Then we duplicate this one. I think then we need to change the colors first. So we can change the colors. Let's see. The primary, which one's most used? Black, I guess. So we'll change that to black. Change the second one to white. Then we change the background color. Background to the second one. There we have the black and white. And they have different kind of ways of showing the buttons. This is some kind of grayish tint for login button. So we just... I hope this would be it. So you select the button. And then you have normal and you select a color. Oh, this is for the text, typography. We have background over here. So then we change the color there. Let's see. Which color is this one? This has a computed display. Where's the color of this one? Oh, there it is. Button. This is really awesome. Off-white. Copy this in. Let's change it for this one. And then we go into here again. We go to background. We say the color it needs to be. This one is kind of yellowish, right? Doesn't look very similar. Compute it. Give me the background color. To text. There we have it, but it's a call. It has a, what's it called? A transparency. So that's not that great. A transparency of 1%. I don't know how you set a 1% on hex actually. There we go. Now we can go back to the button, change the background color. Surface. Couldn't find it, so I will set it manually. This looks like the same, right? Then we have some black text. Then we go to text, select black one. And then we change the spacing. They have way bigger spacing. 2 is too much. 1.5. Left and right are different. Let's see. So what is the font size? I'm diving too much into details, I guess. So let me just quickly see how much time I've left. 20 minutes. I've been doing the setup and I think 10 minutes, so I will just speed up a little bit more. And then good is good enough. Login. Try 4, 3. Now I haven't looked at the epidemic sounds beforehand. I didn't even know which one was the one we're trying to recreate today. So I'm very curious how I will do, even using something I've never used before. I hope I will be fine. I guess so, right? And else we had a lot of fun. At least I had a lot of fun. I hope you do as well. No, I don't know. These are... Do I need to save them first before it's reflected? Maybe. Perhaps. Refresh. Now where's my navigation? Over here. Let's put it to black. Let's align this one. Layout. To the right. Group. This should be in a container as well. I can't select a container quickly. Do this. Let's add a container in there as well. Select those two, select, set them in. Go from left to right. Align items. I want them to align like this. I guess I don't want to have equal outer width. Yes, that sounds about right. I want everything to align in the middle and to the left. Let's see. Ooh, there's some grid options. Nice. I don't understand why is this one so big. It needs to be as small as my logo, right? Is there a hidden container or something in there? I just want this to be smaller. Equal outer. Oh, there we go. Fixes the issue. Be a little bit bigger. And the text needs to be bigger as well. So let's see. Typography. We want the ones, I guess, to be semi-bold. Looks about right. Why does it look different again? So it needs to be also. I just remove the container. I mean, one container we don't need is a container we don't need, right? Doesn't feel like anything happens if I press a button. And there should be something changing, right? Boxed. Buttons. So the logo is much bigger. See. Now there's a lot of spacing going on in the top, and that has to do with this one. What's going on? I have set it to boxed, but would this be just general full width? And this one needs to be full width and then boxed. Yeah, looks similar. And now we need to change up the logos. I don't know what's actually happening. It takes too long, and I think I've already wasted my time setting up and using this. So let's change the design. Let's go to appearance and editor again. Let's go to the homepage. Let's change that one. Looks like there's something in there already. Ah, this one's way too big. What's happening? There's some margin going on. Where is the margin? Shape the spacing. Heading, margin. We set that one to 0, please. Yes, that looks better. That one to 0. And then let's go back to our blog page. Does that look a little bit better? Somewhat. Still don't like it, but hey, what it is, right? Before. It's floating. I don't know how I set up a floating header. Template part. Is it a part of sticky? Position, it's to fold. You have some display conditions, styles you can apply, but I don't see any places where I can set that it needs to be sticky right here. So let's go back. And let's just try to go with the flow. Add a container. And this is a 2 kind of containers. Yeah, this is a 2-column layout. So we go for a 2-column layout. Then we add spacing to the top. You know how much? Like 4, 5 should be fine. And see that I need to add a white background in there. And then we add a heading. And our attractive heading. Bring your stars to life. And then we change the style. I don't know what kind of typography they're using. Sabenta font? I don't know. What's the Sabenta font? Not available for free at least. Duplicate that one. And some people will become mad, I guess. Because I'm not doing it properly. Let's see. Because I'm using two H2s, which is not the best way of setting this up. Let's change top right left. So like 4 minus 4. We offset a little, then we add after. Text. Do you have some kind of text or paragraph? Block. It says heading, but there is no text block. So I guess you putting in an extra heading block. Put in the text. Then we change the color to black. I guess we need to say change that one in typography. The text needs to have a black color. Enter typography. Text. So everything's visible again. Next we add a button again. Slash buttons. Try for free again. Try for free. Ooh. We're 9 minutes left. I'm pretty slow this time. That's what happens, right? I guess I used the wrong buttons. Slash. Don't know how I did that quick thing. You press Ctrl-Alt-Y, then you place your cursor afterwards and you can type in something. Free. Oh, there it is. I had the wrong tab opened. Let's see. Background is this kind of pink. And then they're using black text. Where is the text? Color needs to be black. And there's a lot of more spacing. Why is there a border? Also on the... I change it directly in here. Would be nice. But this one text has a lot of more spacing, so we want to keep it consistent, so we put it in. Is there a way to save this also? Nope. I don't see that you can save it in as a default styling. Animations, general, and it's fine. And then let's add an image on the second section. Image. Your library. Add this one in. Style. We have some margins we can play with. And then we add minus margins. Can we make it bigger? This one's way bigger, and also on the until the edge. So that's a different kind of problem. Container. Can we add a container? Should be full width then. And the container shouldn't have any spacing going on. So there is some kind of spacing. Set this to 0. It isn't going to the edge. What's happening? This is because of the minus margin, right? I mean left. Let's see. Save this again. There's still a little bit of gap. I think we'll just need to be happy about it. And let's put this container. Can we just set it to a boxed width? And we can't. I think I need a little bit of playing around with this one. Yeah, this is what I have right now. So let's get to the next part. Add afterwards / container. We have one section and then a slider. We put a1 section and a paragraph. And the paragraph needs to be this text, but I think it's more like a heading, and that should be an H2 heading. I think this one is actually not an H2, but something like an H3. And then have some kind of gallery there. So add afterwards / image gallery. Let's see what happens. Oh, the images are not there. Oh, this is this one. Then we can create this one at least. Select the container. 4.5 minutes left. Add afterwards a container. And within the container, we have at least a heading that says trusted by. Trusted by. And then have it align center. Change it to like an H6, I guess. And afterwards we add. Could it be an image gallery? And border. And then Xbox. Just select them all, right? Create new gallery. Insert gallery. Ooh, looks very fancy. Grid. Tiled. Yes, I am testing out Spectra for the speed design creation from Jamie. And I have 3 minutes and 10 seconds left. This is also my first time using Spectra. So it's, yeah, what happens, right? I can't do anything about it. Let's see. This is still not what I would like to have at before. And I'm used to GreenShift, so it's very different to use. And I think it was a fun challenge. It's a fun challenge to check out other tools as well and see how fast I can adapt. Best of luck. Thank you very much. It's only 2.5 minutes left, so it's fine. I don't think I will be in time to finish this one. Yeah, I think it's much simpler, but there are some things that I couldn't figure out right off the out of the gate. So, if you ask me, it's just a matter of putting in time to get another tool. Whatever tool you would like to use, it doesn't matter. You need to get used to it anyway. Let's see, this is strange. Is there a way to set this one? Layout. I want it to be a grid. Why doesn't it get smaller? Because of the this is grid, right? Let's see. Yeah, it has a bigger ceiling. A bigger ceiling, but I don't know if it has a bigger learning curve. I think it's very similar. I'm struggling right now to get a what's it called? A logo in here. Logo slider. We're trying to recreate the website Epidemic Sound. And 40 seconds left. Damn! This is way slower than I thought. But yeah. What happens, right? See? Delete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can change the grid. There it is. It is what it is. Save. Thank you that you're watching my videos of GreenShift, and thank you that you're learning a lot. It means a lot that I love it that people find me through YouTube and it helps them. I really do. So it's awesome to hear that you have benefit from those tutorials. Let me know if you need any video or whatsoever. I can try to recreate it for GreenShift. Let's see how far I got with the recreation of Epidemic Sound. Let's see, using Spectra 1. Now, again, I've never used it before. So let's delete those. Yes, we don't need them. And let's just have this one. So this is the version I have. And this is the version of Epidemic Sound. Now I've created the heading, the hero section, and the trusted by. And this is from Epidemic Sound. And this is from Spectra, my recreation. So let's put them side by side. Well, it doesn't look quite the same. Also because there's already some responsiveness going on. This is... let's see if I can put the zoom level back a little bit to 100%, because you don't need to read it. You just need a overview. So on the right is mine, on the left is theirs. Well, I didn't match the background color. I could have done a better job. I couldn't get the menu in very nicely. I've been struggling with that one for the most time. Carousel, there was an option about the carousel before, I guess. Okay. I used the free version of Spectra, and that's the one that I'm using right now. I'm comparing the free version of GreenShift with Spectra, and because people say that Spectra is more intuitive, and don't find GreenShift intuitive or whatsoever, or just what you said in here as well. Let's see. It has a bigger learning curve. And when I try to recreate something in an easier tool, this is what I get in 30 minutes. And I don't have the feeling that it was harder to do this in Spectra than something similar to do it in GreenShift. All right, we agree to disagree. It's fine, I guess. I don't feel any difference between those two tools for now. It's just how much time you get in one tool to just get to learn it. But this is what I get for the 30 minutes. Now there are some things that I did well. For instance, the text, it's in there properly. I missed some alignment. I couldn't get the picture all the way to the side as they did. I also wonder how they did it. Looks nice though. But please do let me know what you like about GreenShift. I do have more fun in GreenShift using the animations especially. As you could see with my interaction layers and animation tutorials, I really love doing those as well. Those are the most fun because it's not just basic layout, it's also trying to recreate another animation that makes your website come to life, right? So if you have some animations you would like me to recreate, please let me know. This is a very good question. I guess I must follow you and start recreating the websites to learn GS more. What I think you should do to understand GreenShift the best way is trying to do these challenges I do as well from Jamie Marsland. He has some kind of setup already available and just try to recreate a layout that you see online. That's very good. Because that way you can learn GreenShift very quickly. Because you have margins, you have also the grids and flex boxes that also Spectra offers. You have different ways on how you can set up the theme, which I wonder if it will be a good thing in the future. At least for now, setting up the theme settings is a very good thing, but I don't know if it's also a good thing in the future. You find the global and local stuff. Yes, I understand. There is some discussion also in the Facebook group about the global and local settings of the class system. And it's sometimes awful to use, to be honest, because you expect the global class to be used site-wide and the local class only to be used on the pages. And the local classes should always override the global classes, and that's not what's happening. So it would be nice if that works well. But besides that, using classes is something to get used to. I mean, I've been creating websites since I was 13 years old. So when I was a very tiny little Lex, my name's Lex, by the way. And I learned by just recreating websites. A fun fact, I've even used Template Monster and I just found out that the website is still alive. I used Template Monster to check out some templates and just try to recreate them. Using HTML, CSS. From back in the days, Template Monster looked way different than they do now. But that's just the best way of trying to get everything in. See a website, try to recreate it, even with the... and don't be afraid of making mistakes. I mean, you can always undo if you would like to. So that was my suggestion. But animations. Talking about animations, have a look. Yeah, that was, by the way, sorry for my for the other people watching later on. So this is where I ended up with recreating the website of Epidemic Sound. I don't think it looks horrible. It doesn't look completely the same. It isn't a pixel perfect or even perfect at all, but it is some indication on how long this will take. To just get used to a more user-friendly tool, I guess. But yeah, this is it. This is what I get. And I'm happy with the process, but not happy with the result. I would like to have done more in 30 minutes, but it's what happens, right? 3 sections, usually the only thing you can do in 30 minutes time. I would love to find out how I could set this up better, because I really don't know how some things work. You're learning Node.js and WordPress. Wow. I've looked into Node.js. I don't know. Do I pronounce it right? But I found it's not for me. I've been a front-end developer just when Node.js came in, and I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. And then I saw Elementor, and I was like, I can do most of the fun stuff, the HTML things and that sort of things, and let that Elementor do that kind of things. And I will focus on creating the classes and the stylings and trying to do some animations with CSS, which was a lot of fun. Let's see. I don't have any clue where I can find. Oh, here we have some of the settings of the content width. Can add some custom CSS, assets generation, rollback, theme and fonts. I guess the styling needs to be done at where it should be done, in design and styles. And then here are colors. Would be nice if this was bigger, if you deliberately go to the design section, right? You want to change in style. So yeah, I don't know. I think I need to get used to FSE still. I don't know what all these things are. So I'm just setting them up, and now I'm doing it not properly, which makes me do a lot of duplicate things in the end of time. So it would be nice is if the theme settings would have some kind of quick way to see what's in there in the 30-minute challenge. I mean, this is perfect if you just have all the time in the world and just recreate something. Tailwind CSS, and with new element blocks of JS, it will be good. But the 4 elements in the backend part for specific custom form is kind of tough for me. Yes, I can understand. The green shift form fields are just form fields, and they don't do anything in actually at all. See? So let me see. I was working on something, if you're talking about CSS, about some animations. Let's see. This one. Also not this one. Oh, it was on my Taste WP website, site manager. It was this one. I mean, you can do animations with JavaScript, but why just do a JavaScript if you can also do it with CSS only? So I'm experimenting a little bit with, like, for instance, this horizontal carousel, and it's only using CSS and the native Gutenberg version. And I'm also playing with a vertical one, but you can set a height in the Gutenberg editor, which is a downside for this section. And here are some other horizontal scrollers that go a little bit slower. And this is completely modular setup, so you can do all kinds of things. Always fun to play around a little bit. Yeah, I need to look in the Oli theme as well. I think the green shift theme editor, color editor, I don't know what's called, has looked into Ollie theme and wanted to recreate it. I don't know if you have looked into it as well. The green shift, and you have stylebook, or was it theme settings? Here, that's what I mean. There are two places. Stylebook is actually for the green shift plugins, and the theme settings is for the theme itself. There should be one place, and if you are not using, I think the colors always should be set in theme settings. But this is similar to the Ollie theme, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it was inspired, right? And it's way more easier. It's not only has less options, it's also very clean to see exactly what you're changing. And it matches what you're doing. So that's a very nice experience, actually. That's kind of it with this this live stream today. I don't have anything else prepared, so I say thank you for joining. I'm going to try to pronounce your name. So here we go. 1, 2. Ashutosh. Ashutosh. I don't know. Did I say it well? And if not, I'm sorry. Thank you for joining this chat at least. You make a video about using one font family with all different in GreenShift. I don't understand your question. Should I make a video using one font family, but then different weights and heights? And I did it right. Awesome. With different weight, height, line sizes, and that sort of things. Could be something to look into as well. And also want to look one day at Bricks Builder as well. I am very curious about that one. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you